The Led Zeppelin's road manager, Richard Cole, deposited the $200,000, most of it box office receipts, in the hotel's safe deposit box early Sunday morning. He discovered it missing that evening, just before the group's final standing room-only performance at Madison Square Garden. The group's personal manager, Peter Grant, discussed the theft at a news conference today.
The money was brought back from the Madison Square Garden after each show by Mr. Richard Cole, who I've known for about 8 or 9 years. I've worked for him for 7 years. It was brought back by our attorney, physically carried, because that's his function, that he picks up the money at the dates that he attends. It's put into a safe deposit box by Richard Cole. Things like money and passports are always kept. The group's passports are always kept in. When they're checked in, Richard always puts the passports into the safe of the group.
With the money. Could you tell us in there?
Well, really surprised, particularly in a hotel like this. It's not like one hears of stick-ups and all this sort of thing that happen over here. But in a hotel like the Drake, which we've stayed many times, and they've always been very nice and courteous to us here, and we've enjoyed it. I mean, one finds it very hard to comprehend that something could happen like that in a hotel of this nature.
Well, gentlemen, if I may just, if I may just make a statement, pending a full investigation of this very serious matter, which is the investigation, of course, is being carried out by the police department. Frankly, I would prefer to make no comment specifically with regard to this matter. I feel that I would rather get the whole facts first.
No, I think it's about probably about $180,000.
Well, could you go through the steps when you put the money in, where it came from, when you found out it was missing, how you had put the money in the hotel?
It was missing at about 7:15 last night.
And when did you first put the money in the hotel, in the safety deposit box?
Well, some of the money had been put in last Tuesday, but it was only a small amount. The majority of the money was from Madison Square Garden on Friday and Saturday. We had a substantial amount of bills that we have to pay before we leave, and we don't like to leave a country leaving bills behind. You know, and we've come to America many times and had a lot of good times, a lot of successful times, you know.
How much is a guest insured for?
So this is legal questions. I'm a hotel manager. I look after the welfare of our guests. I do not look after legal affairs.
Have any members of your staff also been asked by the police department to take a lie detector test?
Not to the best of my knowledge.
The lawyer was with Mr. Cole when he arrived back at the hotel.
Are you concerned at all the fact that Mr. Cole has had to go down? And
oh, no. Mr. Cole has been all over the world, and he's had lots of money. He's worked for lots of very, very well-known groups, and as far as I'm concerned, he's 100%.
Generally, the situation with the safety deposit boxes is, as it has been said, 2 keys, one for the guest and one for the hotel.
That is correct.
Is there any other way that can be opened, that box, without those 2 keys?
No other way at all.
No, well, they don't give you a formal receipt. They give you, there are 2 keys. The hotel have a key and you have a key, and they're supposed to keep a lock on it.
Well, how do you think this money was taken then?
I have no idea. I just have no idea. I mean, could it be a duplicate key? I don't know. You come up with a winning idea.
Is there any indication that a duplicate key was made?
No indication at all that I have. But as I say, the investigation is being carried out fully at the present time.
Police said they were questioning anyone who had access to the safe deposit box, but that's about all they would say.
Hey, Lieutenant, what's the status of the investigation?
Well, it's an active investigation right now. We're pursuing normal investigative leads, background check on all employees, people connected with the rock group.
I understand you're giving lie detector tests to employees in the rock group.
Well, I'd rather not comment on that at this time.
I'm saying to him, if he thinks it's a publicity stunt, I'm saying ask the representative of the hotel. You know.
How's the hotel?
Do you think I want to go through all this for a publicity stunt with police and people I've known for years taking lie detectors? You know, what? Can I ask you what paper you're from?
New York Post.
New York Post.
The Led Zeppelin's personal manager, Peter Grant, said the money was going to be used to pay the group's bills. The money is reportedly the largest amount ever taken from a hotel safe deposit box in New York City. At the Drake Hotel, this is Phil Curtis for WNBC TV News.